This is Trevor Benko, CEO of TGB Supplements.
And this is Ben Jordan, CEO of TGB Supplements.
And today we're going to do an update video on the Anabolic Cartel podcast. Over the holidays, we were able to work pretty vigorously on getting the podcast up. We have 2 episodes now available. You can go to iTunes, Stitcher, SoundCloud, Google Play, and download the first 2 episodes. The first episode was just Ben and myself. It was an introduction episode. We talked about what the Anabolic Cartel is, what our plans are, how, what we're actually trying to do, and we discussed the RAD 140,
modafinil,
I
believe even testosterone replacement, some side effects to mitigate.
Yep, we went over testosterone replacement therapy and how to maximize the benefits, minimize the side effects, and then that was pretty much that was it for the first episode. The second episode, we had former IFBB pro bodybuilder Jeff Pullen come on. We had a really good time.
Yeah, great guy. Real easy to get along with.
Yeah, real good guy. I mean, he really, pretty much told us everything, as far as his training, diet, drug use, competition, his competition stacks, his favorite drugs, the way he used them. And back then, things were a little different than what they are today. It was kind of refreshing to hear the way he had done things, and the result he got from it was pretty amazing. I mean, he looked good and did well. So real good guy. And like I said, we actually enjoyed talking to him as a person. I mean, just a down to earth guy. It was just like Ben and myself just talking to another one of the guys.
Yep. Real easy to carry conversation with him. Everything just flowed well. There was no pressure, nothing like that. Yeah,
and I mean, he talked, about what he wanted to talk about. We didn't pressure him into anything, and that's what made it so it was so nice and easy going. Just because it sounded like it didn't sound like it was rehearsed. It sounded like it was on the fly, which it was. I mean, that's the way we do things.
And that's what we were trying to bring with the Anabolic Cartel. We don't want anything orchestrated. We just hear it from the horse's mouth, bring you the truth, people's honest opinion, and that's how it is.
Yeah, we're trying to put honesty out there and just be realistic about things. And the supplement industry, there's a lot of bad people in this industry. A lot of people in it just for the money. A lot of people just trying to take advantage of hard-working people that don't know any better or don't have the time to do research. And that's why we have TGB Supplements. That's why we do what we do. We work our asses off trying to help you guys. And we want our customers to truly get results. We're not just looking to sell you a product. We're probably the only place that will actually tell you to put something down if you don't need it, or steer you in the right direction, even if it doesn't lead to a sale for us. It's just not how we are. It's not what we're about.
Yeah, I mean, we've had it multiple times. If somebody even comes in and asks us something that's over our head, we're honest. We're like, honestly, I don't know. If you want to give me a little bit of time, I can look into it and give you my best opinion, try to research it for you, or we'll try to set them in the right direction, the way they can get it figured out.
Yeah, I mean, if we can't, if we feel like somebody's health is in danger, at risk, we'll always try to refer them to a doctor. We always, try to push safety first, and above everything else, we try to keep kids, away from getting into anabolic steroids before they're ready. I mean, it's just we see it all the time. They ruin themselves, and it's something that bothers us. There's a lot of people just putting out information out there and not caring who's listening. They're just wanting to talk about themselves and put it out there.
Yeah, I mean, fitness is supposed to be health. Improving your health. We don't want anybody doing anything that's going to jeopardize that, especially a younger person.
The thing about bodybuilding, I love bodybuilding. It's why we're here pretty much, but at the same time, it's not the healthiest sport. I mean, anybody that's in bodybuilding and really knows that, knows what bodybuilding is about, knows that it's not the healthiest sport. It's actually probably one of the most dangerous sports. And the risk you take, you get very little reward for it, and it's just you put in so much work and effort. It's such a tough thing to accomplish. So we just want to put the truth out there, and a lot of young guys think they want to be professional bodybuilders, but they have no idea what it takes. They don't even know what it's like to truly put in a hard workout, a real workout, to failure, pushing themselves and how to eat properly. It's just, there's so much more to it. And if you have a young guy that believes in that dream, and then they start taking steroids before they have any knowledge, and it just it just spirals out of control. So the Anabolic Cartel, we want to put positive, true factual information out there, or information from people that are actually doing it instead of just reading it from a book. We're going to have guests on of all different types. We're going to have professional bodybuilders, professional fighters, all types of professional athletes. Now, granted, the subject, performance enhancement, is not the easiest subject to get people to talk about openly, especially if they're active in these sports. Most sports, you're blackballed if they're found to be using these types of drugs, but they exist in all sports, and it is happening. No matter what the sport it is, whatever sport it is, the Olympics, all of them, they're all at some way or another using performance enhancing drugs of some sort. I mean, it's just the way it goes.
If you're pushing the human limit with whether that be muscle tissue accumulation or running speed or javelin throwing distance or shot put, high jump, whatever, if somebody's pushing the human limit, they're going to be looking for a little edge to push that limit a little bit further.
Now, when we say performance enhancement, now that could be a supplement, that could be a type of diet, a training, or drugs, which is something that, pretty much the focus of the podcast. There's a lot of drugs out there that enhance performance, and we're really interested in that stuff.
You even got like cyclists. They're in those deoxygenated chambers to boost EPO. That's performance enhancement.
Absolutely, and and cyclists are that's a good one to pick, because look what was going on there.
Yeah.
I mean, those guys are like twigs, but here they're using more drugs than a lot of bodybuilders use. So that's just an example. It'd be great to have somebody on that was experienced with that sport, just because of the different outlook and the different things they do.
Probably even somebody plays chess or cards, they might use modafinil.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, like
for a focus enhancement,
which was in our first episode. Very likely. I mean, you got governors, politicians, all these people, business people that are using modafinil. I mean, that's a performance enhancing drug. That's why we covered it.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about things like marijuana. And marijuana, I don't consider it so much of a performance enhancing drug, but there's a lot of benefits that I think there's potential for athletes to use to help to relax and recover and heal. Plus, it has a lot of health benefits. Depending on which way you look at it, I'm a supporter of it. But there's some downsides to it as well, and that's any drug. So that's what we want to talk about: the positives, the negatives, just real world facts, and
no bullshit.
Yeah, no bullshit. Just straight from the source type of information. We want to have quality people come on. We got some good guys lined up. In fact, we're supposed to have Bill Llewellyn, the guy that wrote the Anabolic book. He has a new book coming out. I believe it's the 12th edition. I'm a huge fan of his work. Probably bought the last 5 books that he's released. I just really believe in what he does, because he is pretty much, that's our goal as well, is to promote health. And this stuff's going on, and he wants to try to give a practical use breakdown of what these drugs are and what they do, how they work. And he's very moderate, and his recommendations, I guess you could say, even though it's not, he doesn't actually recommend people take them, he's saying if you are going to go down that road, to try to do it wisely. And
and he's all about getting the most out of those lower dosages as well.
Health first.
Kind of like a 1 + 1 = 3 type of thing.
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely a smart way of doing things, and then there's the wrong way of doing things. You got guys nowadays that are using extreme doses. They're using all these crazy drugs. They have no idea what they do, mixing them all together, and they start to have problems. But you don't ever hear about the problems that they have. It's very rare that you hear somebody coming out and talking about the issues after it's already happened. So that's the stuff we want to bring to light. There's so many things out there. There's peptides. You got all these different peptides nowadays. You got your Samoralin, CJC,
BBC 157,
which is very interesting.
TB 500.
So many different things. I mean, those are all topics that we're going to discuss in the podcast. We hope you guys will join us. We do have our forum up and running. It's not completed by any means, but we're getting there. I'd say a few more weeks, month or two at most, and we should have it really nice. It's going to be based around the podcast, so you'll actually be able to get on there and see who we're going to have on the show. You'll see the schedule of the show, when the episodes are going to be released or expected to be released, and you'll be able to interact with some of the guests that we have, as well as ask questions about specific topics, or even give us topics to talk about. We really want to include the guys that are registering on the forum. So what we're actually asking for you to do is to come on and support us and give us a hand in kicking this forum off. It's anaboliccartel.com. We need some guys that are going to go on there, and we're looking for moderators. So if you're a guy that is driven, that's intelligent, and really into this stuff, and want to be a part of the Anabolic Cartel, there's an opportunity to be a part of it. We need guys that are going to be able to help us moderate and look over the threads, make sure that everything that's on there is right, and that we don't have people fighting between each other. A lot of these forums nowadays, it's almost frustrating to get on there because it's just one guy looking to tear down another guy. We want to build each other up. We want to help each other.
Yeah, it's like gangs fighting for territory.
It really is. I mean,
It's sad.
And then you get these companies on there, fighting over whose products are best. We don't want that.
Then they start undercutting the prices. Then it devalues the product.
Yeah, I mean, just all the way around, it's bad, and we don't want any of that stuff. So we need guys that are going to be able to prevent that from happening.
Work together
As a team, and help build this forum the right way. And we want it to be a forum of the people for the people, that type of thing. We want you guys to feel like you're part of a community. A lot of the older forums used to be like that. Some of the private boards, that's the way they were run, and that's what I like. I want veterans and guys that are actually, I don't want people on there exaggerating about what they're doing. I want people telling the truth, and talking about what they're actually doing and their results. So that's our goal. So if you're interested in helping, please go on the forum, sign up, register, and start posting some threads, talking about whatever you want, putting some topics up. In the meantime, we're going to be shaping the forum as far as building it around the podcast. So hopefully it'll turn out well, and we'll be able to utilize it more in the future for giveaways and different things like that. We do have some clothing that you could buy if you want to support the Anabolic Cartel. You can go to tgbsupplements.com, and Ben's got one of the t-shirts on. This is one of our sweatshirts. We have limited supply available, but we'll have more coming. These are actually very heavy duty. The sweatshirts are really thick. We live in the Northeast. We have snow right now, so these are warm enough that you can wear them in the snow without a jacket.
Yeah, they got a nice soft, like fleece feel on the inside. They're really comfortable.
Yeah, and they're both Gildan, I believe. And these are the Gildan 50-50 blend. So it's a dry blend, more of an athletic shirt, and they fit nice. So yeah, if that's something that you're interested in, check them out on tgbsupplements.com. They're very affordable, and they help support the podcast and the forum. So we're going to be asking for your help and support. If you guys can give us a chance and check us out, we'd greatly appreciate it. I think that you'll be very happy with what you find if you check the podcast out. But that's pretty much it. We just wanted to give you guys an update. We told you we'd tell you when we get everything launched. So it's finally happened. You can check us out on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr, Instagram.
Much, every one of the avenues.
We're trying to utilize all of them. We have a Google Plus page, so anything you can email us at anaboliccartel@yahoo.com, info@anaboliccartel.com, info@tgbsupplements.com. Reach out to us, leave a comment, like the video. We appreciate your support, and we look forward to doing some good work to show you guys how much we appreciate it. All right, take care. We'll be talking to you soon.